Hey guys, it's Alex. It has been forever. Not actually sure exactly how long, but I believe the last time I posted a video was sometime in October of 2016. So I have made a couple videos since then, but decided not to post them for one reason or another. Some where they were just super emotional videos that didn't really make any sense. Some just because they didn't really say anything, or because I just was lazy or something like that. So I'm so some updates. A lot has happened and a lot is going on and a lot has gone on. So some quick updates. You might remember me mentioning my wife. I no longer have a wife. We decided to get divorced back at the beginning of the year in January, and we decided to go our separate ways for some reasons, and I believe we're probably both going to be better off because of it. It seems we kind of had I don't remember what to call it. It's a relationship where we relied on a dependent relationship too much. So it's so I've spent the last 9 months or so, it's September 14th or so, I believe now, something like that, or 13th. So I've spent the last 9 months or so kind of wrangling with that, which is part of the reason the videos haven't been coming, and part of the reason that shit kind of fell apart in general. Nowadays it's I've been dealing with it a lot better, and I feel like now my life is improving, and some experiences have happened that have allowed me to see how much my life is improving and how great life has been, and I'm starting to get back to patterns and stuff like that, trying to work out more, trying to eat better, stuff like that. So yeah, so this has been I don't know, it hasn't been a positive experience, but now we're getting to a positive experience. So anyway, that's that whole scenario. Someday I might tell you about some of it. I probably won't disclose all of it because some details don't need said, and they just don't need, nobody else needs to know. It's our business. So, but yeah. So now, as for this channel, I know it's been a long time since I've been around. That is partially because of what was going on, and there were some situations that you guys didn't know about at the time that we were dealing with, that like the last time I posted the videos. So I am going to I am going to make daily videos, and I'm going to try to make better content for you guys. I really respect people like Evan Carmichael, Philip, I can't remember his last name, it starts with a G. He makes videos about stoicism, and his videos are all amazing. He also makes videos about intermittent fasting and keto and stuff like that. His videos are amazing. I love the Charisma on Command guy. I can't remember his name either. I think I get emails from him, but I don't remember exactly his name. But I watch a ton of their videos. Oh, also, Impact Theory by Tom Bilyeu. All of Tom Bilyeu's content is amazing, so I would absolutely suggest watching it. It really rips you out of any kind of shit you might be going through. So, so some of the things I was noticing about my life, and here's what I would suggest to you, is you take issue, or you take note, maybe write it even down in a notebook somewhere, the issues that you're currently having. Like, not not with people, like with yourself. Maybe you are always late. That's one for me. Maybe you are overweight. Also one for me. Eating poorly, not exercising enough. Mine are pretty standard, I believe. So they're pretty, if you want to use mine, go for it. So I've been trying to take a hold of it. I've been kind of just building motivation and stuff lately. I've been working out a little bit more here and there. I've been trying to take my dog for a walk every night, and at least do some sort of activity on the weekends. Like this weekend, I didn't get to do the thing I was trying to do Saturday, so instead on Sunday, I took Ben for a 5-mile walk, and then I did an 11-mile bike ride. So that was nice. It's not exactly, you know, I mean, it was strenuous, but it's not exactly like that hardcore. The 5-mile walk, I feel a little bad for Ben because he was super tired, like 2.5 miles in, but it was an out and back, so we were stuck. You know, I mean, I was considering carrying him if he seemed to be having trouble, but he's a tough pup. So he's like almost 7 now, but he's still young. We still play. We got home that night. He slept for a while, and then we played later in the evening. So that was good. So I'm trying to take steps here to take control of things. Like I said, here I'll list the 4 or 5 things. Let's see. We'll count it as we do it. 1, I'm late frequently. 2, I am overweight. 3, I don't exercise enough. And 4, I eat badly. So you can see, I mean, the overweight thing obviously is a factor of 3 and 4. So maybe we'll cut that out, and we'll just focus on late frequently, eat poorly, and don't exercise enough. So those are the things I'm kind of trying to work on now, actually, which, you know, I had defined them before, but I hadn't really, you know, made the list of them before. It was just kind of, oh yeah, I know I'm overweight, I know I need to work out, I need to eat better, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I see it there in front of me. It's a loaner car, and it has the Subaru EyeSight stuff. I love Subaru, totally recommend Subaru. They're an amazing company. They make amazing cars. Their EyeSight technology is awesome, but I love arguing with it. It is, it tells me when I'm like drifting a little too far one way or another and losing the lane, or if there's somebody too close in front of me, it starts yelling. And I like just being like, well, fix it, you know, like it will drive for you, kind of, like it has adaptive cruise control, and it will, you know, slow down, and it'll keep you in your lane and stuff like that. And I always like, occasionally when it's driving itself, it like will fall out of the lane for whatever reason. I guess maybe a turn is too sharp or something, maybe it loses the lane line, and then it starts yelling like, lane departure, and I'm just like, you fix it, you're driving, damn it, come on. So, you know, so anyway, so the 3 things: always late, eating poorly, and not exercising enough. I think the last 2 keep switching around, but that's fine. So I've been trying to deal with them. Now I've set 3 alarms in the morning. I used to wake up at 7:30 and hit snooze several times until about 8 every single day, and sometimes until about 8:30. I find sleeping for anything over 7 hours leaves me feeling really tired, so I'm trying to sleep less than that now, which most people will be like, what, that's ridiculous, but that's my entire life. My pattern has been, if I get more than 7 hours sleep, I spend the day feeling like shit. So whatever that may be, that's that. So today, what I did instead was I set an alarm for 6:30, and the alarm is one of Tom Bilyeu's impact quote videos that is it just talks about getting started, and you know, the best way to get moving is to start, that kind of stuff, and it's just motivational. So I set that MP3 as my 6:30 alarm, and it's not exactly like yelling or anything like that, so I set one for 6:45 that is the same sound clip but louder, and then I set a 7 o'clock one that is the Shia LaBeouf Do It like speech, where he goes, you know, he starts it off and it's just, I've had this one for a while, and it's pretty disconcerting because some mornings you'll be laying there and you just hear like the sound click on, you just hear this like, and then you're like, oh shit, here it comes, and all of a sudden he just goes, do it, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm up, but somehow I've gotten used to that. So I'm not really sure how, but anyway. So now I've put that on basically max volume, and that's my 7 o'clock alarm. The hope is that I will never actually reach it. Today that was how it worked. I woke up at 7:30, at 6:30, and I listened to the Tom Bilyeu speech most of the way through, which actually is kind of an issue, but you know, it's only like a minute and a half long, so I could do it. I could do that if it works. And then I'm in the lane, but so where was I? Okay, so yeah, I set my alarms, listened to the speech, which is like a minute and 45 seconds, something like that, and then hit snooze for 3 minutes. He has a 10-minute rule when he wakes up. I'm not 100% sure. I've not seen him actually mention exactly what it is, but I've seen him talk about it. And I believe what it is just that he has to get up within 10 minutes of his alarm kind of thing. And so I felt the need to snooze for whatever reason, and I snoozed for 3 minutes, and then the alarm went off again, and I listened to it again, and I decided to get up, and I got up. So then it was about 6:40. Oh, that's weird. Sorry. So then it was about 6:40, and I got up and started getting ready and did 10 push-ups, and I did 10, they're called Zodeman curls, and then I did 6 more of those. I'll explain that. So one of the things I've started doing, so anyway, I'm feeling pretty good. So yeah, I'm awake. And here it is. I'm early to work, and way early to work. It's like, I think 9 o'clock-ish, and I'm usually not here till like 10:15, so that's a positive. I'll leave the car on. So anyway, I'm just trying to take steps. Another thing I'm trying to do is just eat better, so I've made myself food. I've frozen fruit and spinach for smoothies, and I've like pre-made some, it's Zatarans. It's not great for you, but it's food that isn't fast food and stuff, and it's cheaper. So that's another thing I'm trying to do. That's 4. 4 is I spend money wildly. So it hasn't bit me in the ass yet, but I don't want to wait till it does, and I would really like to get some of the debt that I had built up previous to this all under control. So I'm budgeting now. I've started a budget with the YNAB 4 program, and I've been following that. So there's that budget, waking up earlier. So the exercise thing. So food, I've covered that. The exercise thing. So I've been, like I said, walking more, doing more things, just trying to get out more, just trying to make more activity in my life. I think if I'm like over here, that's better. Yeah, trying to get more activity in my life, trying to just move around more. You might have seen that there's like a tarp in the back. That's, like I said, this is a loaner, so I wanted to be able to ship my dog and my bike places. So I put a tarp down so that I could put the bike in it. Then one of the things I've been trying to do is I set a goal for myself, like a distance goal or a rep goal or anything like that, and then I force myself to exceed it by a couple, because somebody, David Goggins or Tom Bilyeu, somebody talks about the 40% rule, where basically, at least I didn't actually see the 40% rule. They alluded to it, but from what I think I did see it, but I kind of ignored it or something like that. But anyway, or missed it, whatever, not ignored it. But so basically, like that you stop at 40%, or maybe you have 40% more to go, or some more energy to go, or something like that. So I've been trying. What I do is I'll go, okay, well, I'll do a 8-mile bike ride, or a 9-mile bike ride was how it worked this time. So I set my goal as I was going. I got like 4.5 miles out, and this was more time related than anything, because I started at like 6:30 and the sun was going to go down at like 7:45. So I knew if I didn't get it done before like 8, then I'd be in the dark. So I set my goal as I was going. I was like 4.5 miles out. I knew it had taken me about, I don't remember how long, 45 minutes maybe? I guess like 33 minutes, 35 minutes, something like that, I don't know, to do that amount. So I was like, okay, 4.5 miles out, I'll do a 9-mile bike ride, turn around now, I'll get back, I'll have done 9 miles, I'll be happy. So then I get back, and I'm at 9 miles, and I forced myself to do 2 more miles. So I did a mile. Well, first it was going to be, this is the fun part about this too. I always end up going overboard. So first it was going to be just another mile to get 10. So it was an even 10, I was like, okay. So I started biking out, and it was going to be another out and back. So then a half mile out, I was like, there's no good turnaround points. I'll just go another mile, or I'll just go another half mile. So then I went a mile out from my origination point, and then I turned around and then got 2 miles in instead of just 1. So and then this morning with the Zottman curls, I did 10, and then I was like, okay, I'll force myself to do 5 more, and I did 5 more, and since I was like, okay, well, I had set my goal to do 5 more, I was like, I'll do 1 more. So I did 16, so that was fun. And I think I do 15 pounds per arm, something like that. And I do 16 reps each. So it's like 32 reps total, but 16 per arm kind of thing. And then also last night, I was like I was watching Tom Bilyeu's After Impact about the David Goggins interview he did. And he was talking more about pain and putting yourself in tough situations and suffering and stuff like that. So I set a goal to do 50 push-ups last night, which I'm not good at push-ups. 10 usually gets me kind of thing. And I don't get low enough, so that was kind of a problem. Sorry, got distracted. But I don't get low enough, so there's always going to be that problem. But I'm working on that as well. But I do it to the point where it is effort, and then I push a little bit further, and then I pick back up. So, or not a little bit further, but I push. They cause effort. So doing 10 was tough, And then what I did was I did 10, and then I took a break, and then I saw my watch said 11:40, and then I waited till my watch said 11:41, and then I did 10 more, and then I waited till my watch said 11:42, and I did 10 more, and I kept doing that until I hit 11:45. So by 11:45, I was about, ready to fall on my face, and instead of doing 10, I did 15 because of my push thing. So what I did was I was like, okay, 10, and then I was like, 11, 12, 13, 15, I picked myself up, and then I felt my arm buckle, but then I kind of caught myself, and then got up, and I was done, and I was like, okay, I've done enough now. So those are my suggestions, I guess, is, find the problems in your life, try to take action on them, try to take motion, try to correct them, do whatever little thing you can, and embrace suffering. Suffering is, if you can suffer, there's nothing you can't succeed at. It's pretty amazing, and I would totally recommend watching the Tom Bilyeu interview with David Goggins. I would totally recommend watching After Impact about David Goggins. Amelia Boone is also really inspiring in that way. She's just ridiculously tough. I would watch the interview with her as well. Tom Bilyeu did another one of those. They're called Impact Theory. I would check those out. Then, yeah, it's just, just get out there and suffer. As I've talked about cold showers before, and cold showers are something that I haven't been doing cold showers lately because, just everything else, but what I have been doing still every time is turning the cold water on at the end of my shower for about 30 seconds just to kind of still get that wake up from it, so especially because you were just in a hot shower, so now you just turn the water to cold all of a sudden, you just turn all the hot off, and you're just like, it's an amazing feeling. It really makes you feel chipper, so all right, well, I have talked for almost 20 minutes, and it'll be 20 minutes before this video ends. And nobody will probably watch it anyway because it's 20 minutes long. But if you watched it, thank you. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. You guys are effing amazing, and I will see you tomorrow.